I didn't. Oh, I didn't see the yellow on my screen. Orange. Oh, nice. I used to use Oh my god, bro!
Hey everybody, it's PC here. I hope you enjoyed the little clip at the beginning. I thought it was a really stupid, funny clip. I don't know. Centurion sometimes is just a meme. But either way, moving on to what today is. It's me being super late on the CCU part 2. Yay, it's like 2 days late. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly blow through this stuff. I don't want to really take too long. So here we go. Let's see. Okay, so, boom, Warmonger. Corruption for Nusha and her. No longer kills minions. Yay! That was kind of broken and stupid. So everyone kind of wanted that, so it's not a big surprise that it happened. Corruption Blade. It now only lasts for 15 seconds, for, like, its active time, and instead of 20. I don't really think this is going to be noticeable half the time. I just, right before I get into the fight, I just pop the blade, and usually you can land a hit from a zone attack, or hitting another person without their guard, or whatever. Like, I don't think this is going to be, like, a huge difference. One that might be a difference is the cooldown is now 75 seconds instead of 60. I understand why they did 60. It's pretty simple. It's 1 minute. Really nice number. But 75 seconds, I think that's a little bit more balanced. I feel like, yeah, a lot of times I saw them, you know, they would use it, and by the time the fight was over and I had killed them, they would come back and I'd see them do it again. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a bit annoying. But now that's gonna maybe be a little bit longer, so woohoo! Next, we're going on to Corruption Blast, which is the 4th feat. Increase the cooldown to 180 from 150. Stamina adjustments, let's go right through those. Basically, light attacks went from 12 to 9, which is good because they were a little bit too much. Combo lights are 6 instead of 12. That was really needed. Let me see here. Berserker's light attack after heavy feint is now 6 instead of 12. I disagree with this completely. I think it should be 9. I'll tell you why. Is that I just fought 6 Berserkers, like, literally yesterday. And 5 of them still completely relied and did only this heavy light feint thing. And it's just so annoying because Berserker is so versatile with cooldown cancel, you know, his advanced zone attacks, his deflect, that is like the most powerful one, his unblockables, his chains that are everywhere, but no, we just choose to use heavy light feint or heavy unblockable heavy feint to light. It's just, that's all like 5 of them did, and it was just so annoying. It's not like terrible to deal with, you just block a lot, but it's annoying that once I'm done, you know, blocking or whatever, it doesn't take that much stamina. So they just do it again and interrupt all of my pressure. It's annoying. I don't know, I think they should have kept it as 9. If I had it my way, it would still be 12, but I'm not that guy. I know the feint kind of also makes it go up a little bit more, but I still think 9 should have been. I still think that should just count as a normal attack, normal light. Aramusha got some buffs and some debuffs. I don't play Aramusha, so I can't say much on it. I fought a couple of them. They don't seem terrible now, but I feel like he is slower now and kind of easier to beat. Berserker got, like, everything changed from different values. A good chunk of them are nerfs, yay. The lights really did get nerfed too, which I'm really happy from. They went from 12 to 9. So I'm cool with all that. I really don't think the lights were needed to be so much damage. I really wanted him to be able to focus on, you know, interrupting things with the lights and then building his chain off of it, which seems more like what they are going for. Okay, and then now we have Black Prior. Finally, his bash once again gets nerfed. I am so happy about all this. It always felt like Black Prior, especially when the first CCU patch came out, he would just kind of slam down for damage. And so it's kind of ridiculous to be like, okay, cool, this one guy who already has, you know, this really good, you know, defensive positions and stuff has the best offense as well, which is annoying. Okay, now to talk about somebody who I do know, which is Centurion. So all of his regular heavies now do 23 and 25. So the first one's 23, second one's 25. Woohoo! I really wish they had just kept it 25 and 25. I don't think there was an issue with that. But whatever. I know it was 23, 26, I think, before, or something like that. I don't know. 25, 25 is what I think. Actually, I'm looking at the patch notes. What am I just... It used to be 26 to 30. Yeah. No, sorry, 26 to 28. My bad. 26 to 28. I think 25-25 would be fine. If you eat double lights, or double heavies, it's gonna be 50 damage. They're pretty blockable, and I know they can be, you know, delayed and all this other stuff, but I don't know. Centurion also doesn't have a lot of health. He's really balanced out. But after playing him and all of the stuff for the last 2 days, don't really notice it, so not really that much. You know, I thought I was always going to be worried of, oh my god, they're going to have 1 bar left, and it's going to be annoying because I'm about to try and kill them, and I'm only going to do, you know, like 29 on a full charge finisher, and I'm going to be so pissed off and all this other stuff. It doesn't help in that a lot because of the damage values. They usually always put them at half a bar or, you know, 3/4 of a bar, and doing that charged final pin or whatever does actually put it over for a kill. Of course, it still happens occasionally, but I do notice, like, I don't think it was going to happen as much as it usually did, so we're all good. The zone attacks now do actual damage at 12 instead of 8, and the Talon went from 40 to 30. After playing a lot and comparing him to one other person, I think it should be 35. Jormungandr's Penis Pound does 38. Hold on, want to check that real quick. Hitokiri, Jormungandr. Yes, does 38. So I think that's kind of dumb. I feel like they should have both been standardized to 35. Both of them do the same thing. They do decent damage. They do a pin. However, you know, Jormungandr kind of can get the shields off of it, and they do maybe a little bit. Their animation might be a little bit longer, whatever. And they're able to trigger it. I feel like they're able to. Jormungandr can trigger it off of a lot of things. I'm pretty sure, like, even when just Shigokis throw you down, you can get the pound on, but the Centurion can't. If not, then maybe 32 for Centurion, 35 for Jormungandr. You know, maybe she does need that little bit of more, or he needs that little bit more of damage. She doesn't matter. So I don't know. I just don't like 30. I've been playing a lot of it, and getting 30 has been always really awkward for me. 32 would feel better. I don't know. But that's just my thing. I still don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I'm not sitting there like, oh my god, it's unbreakable or unplayable. So now on to Gladiator. So the sprint attack does less damage. Crowd please versus the jump and attack does 15 instead of 12. I felt like that was necessary. But that does bring up a question. I believe, don't quote me on it, I should probably just go check it, but I'm lazy. I actually did, I think I checked it, I just can't remember the damage value of it. I think sticking the bleed is now more damage for deflex and skewer. You know, people used to do max punish was 2 ticks of bleed jumping. I think obviously in your 4v4 mode you should probably be doing that, but if you're in a 1v1, I think sticking the bleed's the best thing. Also, doing sticking the bleed is if they're low health and they have a little bit of health life, like a pixel, you can chip them and they'll die. So I always say that's always a huge benefit on people who all of a sudden they're bleeding and they decide to turtle up. You can really start smashing them for some decent damage, and see if you can just chip them out. But that's just that. Lights got a little bit of nerfed. Yeah, so this is weird. His top light, his finisher top left light? Finisher top light. Yeah, finisher top light does 12 instead of 13, but finisher left light does 15. So poking them in the face doesn't do as much as poking them in the side, but that also means that you're getting to the 4th hit of the light, which is probably not going to happen because you're either going to throw the heavy or they're going to parry it. So yeah. So basically his damage for lights got buffed, and then his finishers got knocked down to 30. His openers for heavies are weird at 23. I don't know, I feel like 25 would be okay, but either way, they were 26. I don't know. It's been a little weird for his heavy damage, I'll tell you that right now. When I'm playing him, heavy damage is weird. I feel like, I guess they want you to do some lights in there to be able to mix it up a little bit, do some stinging, and then go in for the heavy finisher, and either grab them, or go into skewer or something like that and grab them and get the heavy. But either way, I don't know, I feel like his damage is just a smidgen too low out of the feel I've got. Okay, Highlander, he is interesting now. Holy balls, he is weird. Okay, so his defensive form, top opener, and just basically the top heavy throws are 30 instead of 34. They were always high. They used to do 45. That's insane for his top heavies. So basically, yeah, it makes sense why they nerfed them down to 30. His Celtic Curse does 24 instead of 28 now, but it seems like it's really well done. Hold on, Celtic Curse left heavy now deals that. Celtic Curse, yeah, so yeah, they both do 24. That was weird that they actually had different values. Okay, before. Either way, they're all 24 now. I always thought this was fine at 30, but then when they put it down to 28, it felt better. And then 24, I thought it was going to be worse, but some reason it feels better now. Between the mixture of his faster lights and the Celtic Curse seems a little faster, or at least the indicator is hidden for long enough, and you can trade really quickly with armor. And then I think that's where that comes in the most. You can trade with armor. When someone's trying to just spam light attack you, or you know they're coming in for a light, you know that they're going to only be doing like 12, 13, you're going to smack them for 24, which is almost double the damage. So I feel like that's what made him really viable with the Celtic Curse now. I feel it's really way more valuable now. Offensive heavies do 30 as a standard. I would have liked 35. Nah, that seems high. 33, but that's a weird number. I guess 30's okay. I don't know. Haven't had difficulties with 30, so I'm okay with that. His offensive lights do 9 now, which makes sense. And then his own attack does more damage. Who cares? Because that's useless. Hitokiri got nerfed in every single way for all of her heavies. Yay! I always thought they were dumb. They're 24 instead of 28. Her full charge is 34 instead of 38. I'm still okay with that. I like that. Jang Jun, I do not play. He seems a little bit too strong on his heavies when I do fight him. And the lights are a little bit heavy, or hurt a lot too now. Jormungandr's been nerfed overall, but the heavies feel like they're heavies now. They don't feel like they're useless. 27, I believe. Yeah, top heavy is 27. Left heavy is 24 for openers. Heavy finishers, 30 for top, 29 for sides. I think that's fine. They feel like heavies. And then I think the dodge and attack does 26 instead of 31. I don't know what Serpent Smite is. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, and then Hammer Slam Down is 38 instead of 42. I think 36 would have been better. Or, like kind of Norse, Centurion gets a buff and she gets a little bit of a nerf and we just take the damage from one, put it on the other. That's about it. Kensei feels stronger now. I feel like his heavy finishers are faster. The the indicator, delay is going to help him out a lot, and the armor is really good for him. 34. So you hit him with armor, right? And you do 12. He hits you for 34. Nowadays, that's a lot of damage. We got Yorm over here doing 29 on a top-heavy finisher kind of thing. 34? Damn. For a top-heavy finisher. That's a good chunk. And then the side heavies have armor at 32. It's just... wow. His swift strikes and zone attacks, his zone attack now does 13 instead of 8, which is kind of a little bit much. I don't like it when they buff zone damage. Helm Splitter got a little bit the damage buff to 14. I feel like that was fine. Okay, Lawbringer Boy, which is where I have some concerns. The Impale went to 1 damage from 8. Why can't we just keep it at 5? I thought 5 was like, I don't know. 5 was cool. His top heavies, his heavies now do 24 all around. I disagree with that. Top heavy should be doing more at 26, 28 max. But they all do 24 now, which is a little wank. Or janky. And then chain top light is now 9 from 12, and the chain top heavy is 37, or no, sorry, is 28 from 37, and the side heavies chains are 27 instead of 34, and the finishers are all 30 instead of 35 and 44. 44 was insane for the top heavy. That was not needed. I like the finishers. I dislike the openers. I think it should have gone top heavy does 27, openers do 20, maybe 5. I don't know. The top heavy I feel like should always just be doing more damage, and the side heavies are, maybe the opener should be at 24, but I feel like the top heavy should be doing 26 for an opener, and then the sides, the chains, the top heavy chain only just 1 more damage. Why? Once again, why not make it 30? All the rest are 27. Why not just make it 2 more and make it 30? And it's such a nice rounder number. And then the finisher, top heavy finisher for unblockable is 32, which I guess is fine. Swift Justice is 5 damage now from 6. And also I want to go back to the heavy thing real quick. I do notice while I am doing heavies, I don't feel like I'm doing enough damage. I have a really hard time killing people sometimes. It feels like I have to usually do a lot more lights to get people down low enough that I feel like my top chain or my heavy chains are going to be able to finish it off or whatever. The light repost is now to 12. That's okay. I like it. Blind Justice now deals 25 from 21. Guess that's okay. Impaling Riposte does 1 damage instead of 8, and Make Way now does 15 instead of 13. Those are all fine. Except for the Riposte, I feel like that should still weigh 5. Moving on to Nabushi. Nabushi is so good. She got nerfed all of her damage, which is okay because she put it in line with everybody else. Her lights are now no longer useless. They're fast, and I feel like I get hit by a lot of them, and I don't think they're parry bait anymore. I would be more inclined to block than to parry these things. I kind of have to make reads that they're going to do it. And even then, it's difficult. So I think she's okay. Nusha, I don't know. Nusha, I haven't fought many. I fought one. They weren't the best at it either. I was able to they always threw light, so I just parried all of them. Numbers look okay. I don't really play that much, so numbers look okay, I guess. Orochi, I feel like is a little bit less than he needs to be. He needs to be a little bit better. But, you know, I guess the way it is. The heavies are 24, and the finishers are 30 and 32. I guess those are kind of okay, you know, but once again, these are in law. This is in open with Lawbringer too. The top heavies and, you know, left heavy openers are all the same for him at 2. For Lawbringer's 24, which is kind of where like I said, this is where I kind of see a weirdness in the whole thing for damage values on that. Shaman got nerfed on every level. Everyone praise the Lord, except for her bite. I mean, her bite did get nerfed, but this is not the point. She heals 15 and does 35. That, well, if we just put that together, where you now have to land an entire, like, another heavy, basically, or maybe, like, 2 lights, and she does 35 damage to you. If we just simply combine that real quick, that's still, like, 50 damage. Because now you have to hit her again, which could put you in, it has to put you in an offensive, and she can just defense up now, and you have gotten bit at 35. However, this isn't the biggest failure of this. The biggest failure of this is that I don't get stamina back when I get bitten. That is a terrible, terrible thing. If they're gonna do it for Jormungandr and Centurion, she needs it too. Yeah. I know War Mommy also has one of these. When you're out of stamina and you fall, she does the thing. She'll stab you in the stomach. I feel like that's her thing because it doesn't do tons of damage. And she don't heal from it. So I think that's kind of okay for her. And that's the only exception I'm willing to make. But besides that, all of her, you know, chains, mail, and lights and everything like that are all nerfed. So yay. Shigoki got nerfed pretty good. His charged heavy is unblockable and it did 45 damage. And now that's down to 34. Thank the Lord. And that was his top heavy is now 34, and then now his sides are 32. And they used to all be 45, so I'm happy about that. There's a difference about them now. However, I do want to point out, still doing massive amounts of damage. Just being able to, you know, do these, he does 24 into 31. Yeah. Sorry, opener, right heavy, partial is 24, top heavy, partial is 31, and left partial is 31 as well. Yeah, so he does 24 to 31. Once again, now we see Lawbringer only doing 27, yet this man's doing 31. So I think, once again, doing a little bit too much. Demon Embrace is now 22, and heals for 18 instead of 20. That's okay. Feels like that was just okay. I haven't noticed much of a difference. I still think he actually does way too much damage. Valkyrie took some hits, but her pin got boosted in damage from 1 to 4, and her heavy finishers are 37 or 30. Her chains are 27, and guess what? Her openers are 24. It's difficult to kind of realize that everyone's doing the same damage with heavies, and heavy openers and chains. You know, it's like kind of like some fighting games, everyone has the same moves. Kind of like Mortal Kombat always has, you know, like the basic chains of like light punch punch or punch light light kind of thing like that, or not punch light light punch, you know, kick kick or something like that. And they're all kind of, but they're still semi-different for each character. Whether they even do highs and lows or mids, you know, that's mids. I think yeah. I don't know if I like the fact that everyone's standardized, because it kind of takes away the unique character aspect. So yeah, and her zone attack now for second hit is 20 damage. I think what's really good though, light superior block is 18 from 15. I agree with this. I always thought it was kind of dumb that, you know, it was basically the same as a regular light. It's a well-timed superior light 18. It's okay. Warden. Guess what all the heavies are? 24, and then his finishers are 30, except for his top heavy being 34. Yeah, once again, one size fits all. Same thing with Warlord and Zanhu, except Zanhu still does a massive amount of damage. For her finishers, they're 32. So that's kind of I've kind of had that a little weird. Warmonger, her damage was nerfed too to be more in line with everybody else, with her heavy openers being 24 and her top heavy being 28, and her top heavy finisher being 32. I think that's fine. And everyone seems to be kind of in line. I'm okay with that. Finally, the one-size-fit-all stamina drain. Instead of previous values, Valkyrie will her top light finisher, or sorry, her light and right finisher only do 30 instead of 80. Shield Bash does 30 instead of 40, and you know you get the idea. Gladiators was doing 60, it's 30. Bamboozle was doing 50, it does 30. The kick from Tiandi does 30. It was apparently 35, which doesn't really make much of a difference. And all the top heavies from Lawbringer do 30x. Yeah, that's about it. Everyone just kind of got that, and then some bug fixes. So that's about it. You guys kind of heard my opinion on the whole thing. I once again think it's fine, but the one size fits all for damage on heavies and lights is kind of weird to me. I don't know. I'd rather them just kind of make it a little bit more unique. I know the combo sets and the timings are all different, so I like that kind of unique factor. I mean, I swear to God, if it was all same timings and all same animations, like ish, I would kind of probably never play the game. It would just feel like you could play anybody anywhere and be the same. But they've got different chains, different abilities, enhanced startups, you know, faster attack speeds, you know, infinite chains. So I feel like there's enough diversity that I don't feel like, you know, it's so much of a one size fits all. But I would like the damages to still be a little bit more interesting, maybe class-based even. You know, oh, heavies do this much damage for heavies, and assassins do this much for heavies, but assassins do higher on lights, and heavies don't do much as on lights. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting to see that kind of more of a play. Tell me what you guys think about that kind of, maybe of a adjustment for one-size-fits-all instead of it being across the board. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry for waiting so long. Sorry for being like half dead during the during the video, but I mean, it's a quick video.